Hello friends, I'm Dr. Shahnaz Budinwala and today we'll discuss about IPO. IPO stands for Initial Public Offering. We'll discuss all in about IPO today, like what is an IPO, what are the different types of an IPO, why an IPO, what is the process of an IPO, and last but not the least, where you can find information about the forthcoming IPOs. So let's get started. IPO stands for Initial Public Offering. So whenever a public company wishes to raise capital or funds from public, it has to go through a process called as IPO. For this process, generally, the company issues either equity shares or debt instruments to the public to raise funds. Now let's talk about why an IPO. Generally, an IPO is done because company might want funds first for either expansion in the same line of business. Let's say company has a plant and it wishes to go in for another plant. So it requires funds for that. Or the company might require funds for the purpose of diversification. Now diversification means the company wants to go in for a separate line of business. I'm sure all you guys know that Reliance, the largest company in India, was registered as a textile company. But then it ventured out into oil and gas E&P and refining business. Further, it ventured out into telecommunication business. So this is called as diversification into various other streams. Company might also require funds for the purpose of repayment of its earlier debt. Company may also require funds for the purpose of working capital financing. So there might be multiple reasons for a company to do an IPO. Let's understand what is the process of an IPO. So generally when a company decides to go in for an IPO, it will appoint a consultant who might be an investment banking firm or a firm which is expert in the area of an IPO. So when the company decides on which firm it has to go for, this firm will be appointed as an lead merchant banker. The lead merchant banker along with the company will value the business of the company and release a very important document which is called as prospectus or red herring prospectus. Now what is prospectus? Prospectus is basically an invitation to the public giving full information about the company and its securities and why the IPO is happening. This is, according to me, a single most important document that every investor before investing should thoroughly go through. Prospectus has informations like when was the company incorporated, what was its line of business earlier, what is the financial performance record over the years. It also gives who are the people who are running the show, that is the management of the company, what is the vision and mission of the company, what are the key risks like business risk, industry risk currently, as also what company foresees them to come in future. It also discloses about how is the company's capital structure, so on and so forth. Multiple things are disclosed in prospectus. So single most important document to pay into before investing. Now let's talk about what are the different types of IPO. So primarily there are two types of IPO. One is the book building type of an IPO and another is the fixed price IPO. So what is book building IPO? Book building is a process which helps the company find the value, that is the demand, and the price for the equity shares that it offers to the public. So here the lead merchant banker, based on their valuation of the company, will provide a price band, and in this price band people will have to, the investors will have to bid for the number of lots as well as at what price band they wish to buy these shares for. So book building is a process which is very commonly used now in India as opposed to fixed price issue. In fixed price issue, the company determines what the equity shares will be offered to the general public at, and this is the price that is quoted in the prospectus. So now let's talk about where do you find information about the forthcoming IPO issues. Generally, you can find information about the forthcoming IPO issues in the newspapers. You can also find them on the recognized stock exchanges like BSE, NSE. You can also find them on the company's website, and there are other websites like Chittorgarh where you find the information about the forthcoming IPO issues. So friends, today what we have discussed is a part of the IPO. If you want to know what factors should you consider as a retail investor before taking the decision of investing in an IPO, or you want to know why loss-making companies fetch such high valuation like billions of dollars in their IPO valuation, do stay tuned. Thank you for watching.